Welcome to the Basic where we talk about issues that matter to the state, void of politics, fear or favor. A member of the New Patriotic Party communication team member, Aaron Entry, says the alleged 1.7 billion loss associated with the Ghana's GoldBod purchasing operations could have been used to complete the government Agenda 111 hospital project. Ms. Entry said the amount, which he estimates to be equivalent to about 22 billion, represent a significant financial resource that could have been directed towards critical national development needs. In an interview, he argued that the ongoing debate over the alleged loss should focus on its potential impact on Ghanaians rather than being reduced to political personal disagreement. Surprisingly, the President of the Republic in February 2025 told us that we need 1.7 billion to complete Agenda 111, that is building 111 hospitals in this country, and also they are running around this 1.7 billion loss, he said. Mr. Entry argued that the alleged loss therefore raises broader questions about financial management and accountability within the institutions involved in the country's gold purchasing operations. He called for relevant authorities to provide clear answers on the reported losses and explain how the funds were managed. The NPP communicator said the party will continue to support the minority in parliament, pursuing the matter through appropriate legal and parliamentary processes. He stressed that the focus should remain on securing accountability for the Ghanaian taxpayer and determine the fact surrounding the reported 1.7 billion loss. And so this is from a communication and team member of the New Patriotic Party, Aaron Entry. You see, when we are even talking about accountability, I think NPP do not even stand a chance. We're talking about accountability. To be accountable to the people. What you use the money for. NPP does not even stand a chance. But here they are making claims. I mean, this whole issue about GoldBod back and forth. The CEO of GoldBod said, we didn't incur any loss. So why then do you conclude on the fact that they've incurred losses? Now, the NPP are basing on the fact of the IMF. The IMF said they've incurred a loss. GoldBod said they've not incurred the loss. Is IMF working at GoldBod? I'm not saying we should debunk those claims made by IMF. But GoldBod is saying they've not incurred any loss. And if you want to know better, invite him and he's ready to present himself and then clear the doubts of the people. Now you are saying that the 1.7 billion would have been used to complete Agenda 111 hospital. That Agenda 111 hospital was brought on board by your government. The money they pumped into the completion of Agenda 111, where is the money? How many hospitals was your government able to complete? And now you are pressuring the government to complete a project that your government was not able to complete. I'm not saying project that was being started by previous government should not be completed. They should be completed. But sometimes the way we communicate this issue is bad. It's as if your government has been good enough. It's as if your government has used the money to accomplish the task that they've promised us that they are going to do. Which you and I know the truth. Now, GoldBod have made a lot of gain. If you are talking about internally generated revenue, GoldBod has made about 907 million. And that is huge. When your government brought on board the gold for reserve program, how much did your government generated internally? It was 307. So if you are talking about 907 million compared to 307, there is a huge gap. That is about 300% plus increment. So it should tell you that GoldBod is making impact. You see these people called IMF, they will not just fold their arms and look at you progress. No. I'm not saying they are bad, but that is the truth. That is the truth. They want you to keep coming to them for help. They want you to keep coming to them to borrow. And so if the country is sensible enough to bring up an initiative such as GoldBod and they are making progress, do you think they will sit down, fold their arms and look at you progress? No. So we need to be careful. Yes, we have our various differences. We have the NPP, we have the NDC. Everybody is forging ahead to make a good name for their party. But at least, as you are putting things in place and fixing things to present your party on a good note, you should also think about Ghana as a country. Because at the end of the day, Ghana comes first and not your political party or your political colors and flags. That is what we should be thinking about. And not bashing each other, saying things that are not even relevant. And we've seen how some political leaders are gradually making a fool out of themselves. We've seen it all, and it's clear. In fact, you don't even need evidence. It is clear. A child born today can even attest to that fact. And because of cheap politics, because of 10 cedis to buy porridge, we just sit down and then we say whatever we want to. See, earlier I made a statement. If we take from 2023 to 2026, the debt that Ghana owed IMF, it is 3 billion. If we take profit that GoldBod has made in a pace of 1 year, 5.5 billion. If you are supposed to pay IMF that 3 billion, are we not left with 2 billion? It means that GoldBod is actually working. And so when we forgo this political propaganda and support GoldBod as a company or as an institution that is generating more fund for the country, we are even going to gain more. You brought a lot of initiative. It is quite unfortunate that we have our own resources and we still do not get anything from it. We have gold, we have diamond. And all the time we export our golds unrefined out of this country. And these same people that we hail, we call them the scent. The same people, they are controlling us. So I'm telling you, they are controlling us. I think it's called neo-colonialism or so. The person is not in your country controlling you like the colonialism aspect where the person is taking over your territory, the person is subjecting you to slavery. No. That's why they are in their country, but they are still controlling you because you come to them for help. You borrow money from them. So in as much as they are not here with us, they still control us because they tell us what to do. If you go to IMF for money, they give you conditions and you are supposed to abide by it. That is what they do. So you don't see them coming here to subject us to slavery like what they did to our forefathers. But they are controlling our minds. They are controlling our actions. They are even telling us the initiatives to bring on board, which of them to complete, which of them we are supposed to leave behind. And you think this is good? So we are begging you, let's put aside the propaganda, let's put aside the politics and focus on the country called Ghana. That is what we want. Because at the end of the day, if this country is in shambles, you will suffer, I will suffer. It's not about NPP, it's not about NDC. It is about Ghana. So if your party brings on board an initiative and they are not able to complete it, I think you should communicate it in a better way. The president even made it known that they are going to complete some of the Agenda 111 project. And you are saying the 1.7 billion loss could have been used to complete that project. Why will you make such claim? The person is saying that they've not incurred any loss and you are saying they've incurred the loss. So what are you saying? Your government came on board. They brought on the same program. What did we see? Nothing. We were having the gold, but as if it never existed. So if they've been reset in that sector and things are going on well, what are we supposed to do? I'm not saying if you seen that there are hitches somewhere, you shouldn't pinpoint it. You need to. But we should know how best we can pinpoint those mistakes. Somebody should come and complete a project that you started. Where is the money? Thank you for making time with me on the Girl.